So lately, I've been playing a lot of The Sims 2 on my own free time, but also recently in videos and on streams on Twitch that I've been trying to figure out the best possible way to keep my OG townies, but also bring in some new townies that were the offspring of the OGs. Because I'm not joking, Pleasantview is the most played save file I've ever played in my entire life in the history of the Sims 2 franchise. So like I said, I've been playing a lot of The Sims 2 lately, and most recently on stream, I believe last week or so, I was doing a little playthrough of University because I haven't really touched my University Sims in a while. And my sim, Sonyador Pleasant. Now, I've mentioned her name quite a few every once in a while in like streams and videos, that she's the adoptive daughter between Don and Daniel, Don Lothario and Daniel Pleasant. But here's the thing, when I was trying to figure out the best possible way of bringing in Sonyador into this like crazy family, I was trying to figure out how is she going to survive everyday life knowing the fact that she has connections to the Caliente family, the Goth family, the Lothario, the Pleasants. Like everyone in the save file is basically related in some similar way, and I blame one sim only, Don Lothario, from his early past days. He's now an elder, so he's like more sane and more calm, cool, and collected, and a family man who doesn't cheat. So that's kind of a good thing on my part. But the thing is, Sonyador has always had a life of uncertainty, not knowing when she was going to be in a new home or an old home or go back to the foster care system. She just really didn't know. And what's so interesting about Sonyador, she actually has a sister, or I guess a stepsister, I would say. But they call themselves sisters, like biologically sisters, because they were in the same foster home for years, but they were like a couple of years apart. Ellie Pleasant and Sonyador Pleasant are like so interesting to me because Ellie Pleasant is a teenager and Sonyador is a young adult, and Sonyador is a sophomore in university at academically tour as a literature major, but her long life wish is to become a mayor at level 10, and I hope I can achieve that if she does not decide to change her major halfway through, because junior year is the only time she can change it. Sophomore year, she can keep it there. Senior year ain't gonna happen. But Ellie Pleasant was adopted by Mary Sue Pleasant, whose daughters are Angela and Lilith Pleasant. And it's weird because Mary Sue is old and about to die very soon anyway, and she moved from one house to another house because her current living situation was not doing great for herself with all the stairs and the whole society of condo townhouse life. She just didn't like it. She wanted to be in a home that she owned herself, and her big giant mansion that she had with Daniel and her two kids was just not right for her. And what's great is that that house is up for sale, and I might just actually renovate it and make it better, because I mean, I might have Sonyador live in her old, well, she never lived there, but like an old house that was once owned by her family. So I might just do that. Or maybe Lilith might move there, or, Ellie might move to back in that house. I just haven't figured out the whole situation just yet for it. But going back to Sonyador, Sonyador has been a forefront of achieving all her goals that she wanted to do. She loves dancing, she loved, comedy, she loved writing, she loved pretty much anything she could get her hands on. And what's so exciting about her is that her being in the like literature major, she has a lot of opportunities of writing something about her life. And at this time, she lives in this home. And what's funny, I built this all on stream. And at the end, I didn't realize that the rent was like 10,000 simoleons. I don't think she'll have to pay 10,000 simoleons every like couple sim weeks or so. Hopefully not, because if she does, we're going to be screwed. But luckily, we are able to actually write books for a living and get some bestseller writings in there. And so I might, for a little side income, since you can't have jobs in university, I might have Sonyador become a writer to kind of boost her skills and her knowledge and expertise in the whole literature side of it. Plus, if she becomes a mayor, she has some books under her belt that she can, definitely tell people about and get to know. And hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that she'll be able to invite her family over to her new home. And especially her father, Don Pleasant, or I guess Don Lothario now, because I changed his last name. And she's not really in good terms with Daniel at all, because Daniel has screwed everyone in this town. if you know what I mean. He's done a lot of things, and he's definitely one of those Sims that I particularly don't like anymore, because I thought, he had a little side fling with Caitlin Langerak, of course, and Scarlet was, part of that family, and that's how Songdor and Scarlet are siblings because of Daniel. And I'm just thinking to myself, Daniel, what happened? What did you do? You messed up your entire life. Now no one wants to speak to you. Like Mary Sue hates him, Lilith hates him, Angela hates him. Everyone hates Daniel Pleasant in my save now. And it's kind of funny and ironic that it happened that way. But I wasn't shocked. I wasn't really surprised at all. I kind of felt it was gonna happen eventually. So I definitely want to have Sanyador become a little bit more forward, be more, not overly trusting, but kind of trust Dawn more, and as a father and a friend, just because she's the only only fatherly figure she ever had in her life, and the only one that she actually likes and trusts. And so hopefully Don will not die soon and we can bring into, him into the family of, interacting and having holidays and family time, because Don has two newborn babies, Carly Shay Caliente and Michael Caliente from Dina Caliente. And it's just a wild time. It's a wild time. I don't even know. I seriously love The Sims 2 so much because I can talk about it all day long, especially the save file. Like Pleasantview, hands down, top tier favorite neighborhood of all time that I cannot put down. But overall, I think what I shall do is explain a little bit more in detail in the game itself and show you the real-time tour of Sanyador Pleasant Home. Like I said, I seriously love playing The Sims 2 so much that I literally cannot stop building. And so here is Sanyador's house, and I have to say I'm really in love with it. It's a 1-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home in Academic Lake Tour, but the side town is Pleasantview. And personally, I really love the size of the home. It's quite small, but very, decent size for one sim and one sim only. But the funny thing is the house value is like 9,000 simoleons, which is ridiculous for one sim who barely has 4,000 simoleons. But Sanyador can make it work. She can do what she wants to do. But I made sure she had ample amount of space for like improvement of changing things around, like the table in the dining room, her kitchen if she wanted to move things around. Even the living room too is like probably the biggest room inside of the entire house, minus like the bedroom, of course. But I didn't want to add too much furniture because one, she's not going to be here for that long, and two, I don't anticipate her living in an apartment or a big fancy house after graduation. But for now, she is here, she is alive, she is actually sleeping because it's 7:22 a.m. and she has class at 11, so she's gonna be doing some good things around here. But I do have to say I'm really, really, really in love with the whole atmosphere that I kind of brought together. And like I said, she's in the literature major, she's a sophomore, 4.0 GPA, and she's actually getting very close to her second part of her finals in like 50 sim hours. But overall, this is the entire house. It's kind of nice and quaint, and I personally love it. And if you have The Sims 2 and you want this house, I'll put the link down in the description for download if you want it, if you have The Sims 2. But yeah, and I even also made a tomato little garden over here for her to, make some fresh produce and sell it and make some money on the side. But I'm just like really, really seriously proud of Sanyador for all that she's accomplished in her teen years, her childhood years, and even her young adult years as well. Because her family is quite, it's quite sporadic. As you can see here, between the two of Dawn and Daniel, there's like 7 other children between the two of them, because these are all of her step siblings. Like we have Carly Shay Caliente, Michael Caliente, Scarlett Marlena Langerak. We have Lilith Pleasant, Angela Broke, who was, Angela Pleasant, Bambi Caliente, and Donathan Dimitri Goth. This was made by Dawn and Cassandra. And this one, Bambi Caliente, was Dawn and Nina. And then, of course, Angela and Lilith, Mary Sue and Daniel. And then Scarlett, Daniel, and Caitlin. And then Carly Shay and Michael Caliente, Dawn and Dina Caliente. So it's like the family tree has grown so much over the years that it's become very chaotic and very sporadic with how connected everyone is in a way. And at one point in time, Dina was a stepmom, and now she's single, who wants to become a nice witch after, you know, mysteriously tragic accidents of having Mortimer Goth dying unexpectedly after she broke up with Dawn and then moved in with Mortimer the next day, and then he died right on the front doorstep right then and there. It was just tragic, very sad, very crazy, and Dina wanted to turn her life around to become a very nice person, so she became a nice witch instead of a bad witch or a neutral witch. But I just have to say, Sanyadora is just doing great for herself. She's having a fantastic time in university, and I just cannot wait to see what her life brings in the future if she decides to become a mayor at level 10. And hopefully that happens, and we'll be able to achieve her lifelong dream. But either way, as always, I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, do you want to see more Sims 2 videos? If you do, let me know what you want to see, and I'll hopefully try and make it. But nevertheless, as of always, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!